Good morning. I want to talk about parasociality. And as on previous occasions, Luke Smith recently released a video talking about this in particular. And I guess I'm kind of in the same camp as him as far as, like, I don't think this really needs to be said, but it kind of does, I guess. Parasocial relationships aren't a thing. Pen pals might be a thing, but pen pals don't exchange information in, like, public forums and stuff. So I don't... There's some level of okayness to this. The reason the word parasocial exists is not because pen pals or messaging forums didn't exist. It's because this is it's not even straight communication. It's a weird thing, and I guess that's the point. It's like, you can make it less weird. You know, you can have a pen pal and talk to that person and get to know that person and have a basically one-on-one conversation with that person. And there's nothing wrong with that. And similarly, you can meet people or find people or be introduced to people and then have, by extension, a private email communication with them and get to know them and get to like them and possibly even, build a relationship that way. And even further, you can get on ICQ or AIM and have conversations with people, individual, personal, private, mostly private conversations with people, and get to know them and build relationships. But that is not what happens when you engage in a one-to-many or many-to-one or one-way entirely communication or consumption of media. And that is where things break down. Actually, that works. Yeah. Because when that happens, like, I'm trying to think about other situations when something like this happens. It's when, like, musicians, you go to a rock concert or something like that, and everyone's down in the pit, maybe in the pit, in the audience. They're all having a good time. They're dancing around. They're sharing the experience. And while that crowd is operating as one mass, one social unit, the singer is, well, that's interesting. The singer is a single person who is engaging with that mass. And many people, and it's certainly possible for people to be in the crowd and be like, he looked at me, he's talking to me, this show is for me. This one goes out to you out there. That's right, you YouTube watcher, I'm talking to you. Insert name here. He'll dub your voice in, dub your name in. I'm trying to think of a common name, but I'm not going to do it. So, this that is not a parasocial relationship, but it is like intended to be social. It does become social, even though it really kind of isn't, though, in the one to many ratio. But think about this. So while I'm drawing parallels here, it is a rather common thing for radio personalities to suffer from stalking and or, I'm not sure what you would call it, abuse or harassment by people who are literally schizophrenic, like literally crazy. Not like, oh, they're so crazy, like here's voices in their head. It's not usually how it actually appears or how it actually is experienced. But the idea is that this stuff becomes personalized, and what they feel is they listen to the radio and the radio's talking to me. and the radio's talking to me because he was saying this, and that connects to this other thing, and this other thing, and this other thing, and that's why he's talking about that thing I did last year. He's sending secret messages to me. How dare he? He's airing my dirty laundry on public broadcast. This is insane. How could he possibly do that? And then they show up at the radio station with a gun. Like, this is a very this is a fairly common occurrence because it's a one-to-many communication style. And some people, like, almost when they have a defect in their brain, think this person is talking directly to me. The commercials are talking directly to me. The DJ is speaking to me through his music selection. He's talking to me through the lyrics, and he's being mean to me. And I don't know, it's like maybe there's some part of our brain, some section of our brain where the mirror neurons are, where we look at a movie and look at, Jason, my God, that's Jason Bourne, and say, Jason Bourne, that's me. I'm doing those things. I'm experiencing this. I'm having a fantastic time because that's me. He's just like me, for real, for real. Oh, okay. Right. So some part of that is like, I'm having a social relationship with this person without realizing, some part of your brain is like, this is not actually happening. It just seems like it's happening. We're watching it on a screen, but he's not actually talking to you. Yes, there's solid eye contact. Hey, how's it going? We're really close. We're uncomfortably close. How's it going today? How's your morning? So this needs to be, it's unhealthy, and it needs to be broken. And the same people who would, and I'm probably one of them, who would be like, well, it's possible to form relationships online. It's possible to, people meet their spouses online and stuff, and they go on living fulfilling lives and all that. And in that regard, I guess it's good to have a one-to-many. You're expanding the pool of people that you might run into or talk to or build relationships with. But that is intentional. You're like, I am intentionally going to build a IRL relationship with this person. I'm going to try to do that. And that's fundamentally not what's happening on YouTube or on the radio or in the movie theater. But it is a trick of the brain, it seems. That's what gets people invested, gets people thinking that this is an experience that I'm having, that I'm sharing with this person who doesn't even know that I exist. And that's right, I don't know that you exist. You, right there, John Smith, watching this video, I do not know that you exist. I somehow know your name, though. Excuse me. So we're engaging in this play, this pretend, where we tell our brain, oh, we're so popular, oh, our friends, my online friends, my this friends, my that friends, my favorite streamer, my favorite YouTuber, my favorite VTuber. some of these in some cases literally don't exist. And you could probably do the same with fictional characters. That's pretty common, I think. And again, it's a one-way communication, so that's interesting. This is the matter of it being one way. You all can send me emails. I might not respond to them, but you can send me my email's a mess. But you can send me emails and be like, hey man, I have questions for you, or how do you do this? Or, well, I guess I am engaging in this as well. I have very little interest in forming, I wouldn't call them, forming long-distance relationships. I think about this, and like, I know that for the most part, the people that I'm engaging with exist. I kind of have a pretty good sense when someone's doing bot stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I also have a pretty limited scope of people with whom I interact. So, I don't know. I don't do like the Twitter one-to-many thing as much. So there's some level of engagement there where it's more than shouting things from the rooftops, but it can become more than that. And I think about customers. Most of my customers are people I have never met, and that's probably not good. I mean, I can see economically there's a solid argument against non-local transactions. Yeah, objectively. Sorry, my mustache itches. Right. So what do we do about it? So I would like to, the reason I still share these a lot are, I'm doing it less, but a lot are just, unlisted ones that I watch. But the reason I do this is because some people do get value out of it. But there's no reason that should, like, I would hate if it interrupted your day. Like, I would hate if you were doing something, or you were, like, playing with your kids, or doing something that, like, actually mattered, and then your phone chirped, which, like, don't put on notifications on your phone, like, ever. Like, really. It's just so bad. Like, your phone chirped, and instead of engaging with real life, you stopped and were like, oh, Troy has a new flag, which is something I don't think anyone has ever said. And you're like, hang on, real life, everyone stop. I need to walk into a corner and then have my engage in my parasocial relationship with Troy Fletcher, the mustachioed tech weirdo. The Linux trucker. Like, that's terrible. That's really bad. And that convinces me that I should be releasing these in, like, batches, like in the middle of the night. I should be actively fighting the algorithm. I should do non-engagement things. And if you want to review my vlogs, if you get value out of them, if you think, oh wow, I should watch those, I haven't seen one of those for a while, you should have to actually navigate specifically to my page and then find the information and then look at it and decide if you want to watch it. Like, it should not be interrupting you. It should not be popping up in your recommended. It should not do any of those things. It's just bad, man. Right. So, as far as so I think that's a pretty good separation between what is a healthy, long-term, individual relationship versus what is a, like a one-to-many, a crowd communicating with an individual, or someone thinking that they're having that experience, or, you know what, you not thinking it, but subconsciously your brain is like, oh, I'm so popular. I look at all these faces. I see so many faces, and they look at me in the eyes, they make eye contact with me, and they smile with me, or smile at me. Like, that is... it's like the ASMR thing. Oh my goodness, no. Ugh. Someone's like, oh, I'm having a very, very close, very intimate relationship with this person who doesn't even know I exist, and I'm fooling my brain. I'm fooling my lizard brain to think I'm popular and the opposite sex loves me. Just kidding, it's women. I know, it's dudes watching this, all right? It's dudes, all right? Okay? There's no ASMR for dudes, for like hot guys fixing the sink and like ratcheting. Like, oh, hey honey, I just got home from work, and though I'm really tired, I'm going to fix the sink. And then, hang on a sec. Hey babe, I just got home from work, throwing cinder blocks, and I'm all hot and sweaty, but I'm just gonna go ahead and fix the sink, because I know you asked about it. Just kidding. I know you thought it today, and I telepathically realized that you needed that sink fixed. So I'm just gonna crawl on under there, and I'm gonna fix that sink, and you're gonna hear the clanks of my wrench hitting the pipes. This is not metaphor. not a Harley Quinn, no. And then after that, I'm gonna fix you some dinner. And it's gonna be your favorite, which I remember. Insert favorite dish here. Voiceover. Female ASMR. Yeah, the entire existence of ASMR as a genre indicates that this is definitely a brain trick. This is definitely marketing. This is definitely a mind hack. That you're, instead of being driven out of the house into the highways and lowways to engage with other humans, you're like, OMG, he just like me, for real. I'm having an intimate relationship with this person on the screen. Oh, how hollow, how sad. Yes, sad. That's right, John Smith. Very sad. Yeah, but you know, the same guys that would do this and make arguments for this and be like, no, it's okay, this is healthy, this is an all right thing to do. Those same dudes are like, get good, casual. You know, I'm gonna play my video games until I get good. I'm gonna suck for 18 hours until I finally break through the wall with my forehead, and I'm going to beat Ornstein and Smo with a ladle, if you want me to mix up my my Dark Souls versions. And I'm gonna overcome that difficulty, but oh, God help me if I gotta talk to a girl. Look yourself in the mirror, man. Turn this stuff off.